last stream, so yeah, we'll just continue on from where we were going, I guess. Don't know what happened. Power just cut out for like a brief second. Achievement dungeon damage dealer. Let's keep going. This is just some random side quest I managed to get myself into. Can't remember what I was doing before this. Tar Guardian. Very well then. Oh, I'm stuck. What the hell? What's a book? Beat me in here. Get me out of here. Aha!
This is your last chance.
Right, so what? Heroes... what's this? I have to get 5 fragments of whatever that is. Right. Common tongue boots. Let me see. Yeah, why not? Sets updated, common tongue books collected. Must be a special item. Or unique or something like that. Right, where are you, Nathan?
Turn back, or you may never leave this tower again.
Dacia, stay back! I tried to escape, but she was right. My mother was right about everything.
Nathan, what are you talking about? We're here to rescue you.
Stay back from the ward. Mother says it's already in a weakened state due to the strength of my affliction. I don't recognize you, stranger. What are you doing with Dacia?
She hired me to rescue you.
Rescue?
Yes.
Then she really does love me? There was this note, you see. I was certain it was fake, but then I saw you and, well, I started to wonder. But I cannot leave. If you came through the caverns, you must have seen what I'm capable of.
What? You're responsible?
My father, yes. The affliction my mother gave me. She named it after him. I didn't know until I tried escaping. The wards were never for my protection. They kept others safe from me. If I had left with Dacia when we planned, she'd be dead.
What did you get infected with?
A living cure.
What?
A symbiote that protects its host with toxic spores. I would not be alive without it, and it would not thrive without me. All these years, she really has been trying to cure me so I might live a normal life. Why did I ever doubt her?
Where is your mother?
So now you know the truth.
Oh.
I'd kept this secret from Nathan his whole life. That he might not grow up knowing he was a monster of my own making. That he might keep his will to live while I sought a cure. After all, I gave him the Nahatan flu and cured him of that too.
You infected your own son.
Delmin and I were trying to save the world. A promising fungal spore sample was on its way from Black Marsh when Delmin caught the very thing we were trying to cure. And I lost him. I had to know if the spores would have saved him. And now I know.
Why don't they affect you?
Nathan came from me. I am enough of him that the fungal symbiote does not register me as a separate entity, and therefore not a threat to its host. That is when I named it. Delman Mycota. The cure, like love, that would be with us always.
Couldn't you have just told the truth?
The truth is a poor cure for love. I did not want Dacia to share my fate of being shackled to tell Dreloff by her own heartstrings. So I tried to drive her away. But since hers is a love that clearly cannot be cured, I have devised a choice for her.
A choice?
If Dacia is willing, I can safely inoculate her with the same spores I used on Nathan. She will share his affliction and his confinement. But they will be together, and she will want for nothing, except perhaps her freedom.
Ooh. What if she doesn't want them?
Then she can make herself useful and help me find a cure. I'll hire her on again. I need someone dependable to procure rare ingredients to keep testing possible cures for Delman Mycota. Perhaps someday she can be one of my researchers.
Are you confident?
I've been studying Delman Mycota for over 20 years. If anyone can find a cure, it's me. I'm not about to abandon my life's most important work. There has to be something that can eradicate the fungus once it's disposed of the Nahatan flu.
If she does choose to be inoculated, are you going to carry out your experiments on her?
What does it matter if she and Nathan are able to live out their days together? I'd only prioritize curing her. But I am a researcher. I am not above recognizing the benefit of additional subjects with which to compare results. I suppose my research notes wouldn't give you the whole picture, would they? Toonshay, one of my most devoted researchers, discovered it in a pool of brackish water deep within Black Marsh. Its capture and transport was quite the undertaking.
How does that work?
When bonded inside the lungs of its host, Delman Mycota passively produces spores toxic to almost all non-fungal life, as you saw in the caverns. It seems to eradicate anything that might threaten the life of its host, including the Nahatan flu.
How does it find a new host?
It is sensitive to smoke, a herald of fire, which causes it to release reproducing spores in anticipation of finding a new host. These are the spores we would use to inoculate Dacia, if that is what she chooses. Correct. Somehow, Delman Mycota recognizes itself, and of course doesn't see itself as a threat. Argonians like Toonshay are a different case, but only barely. Their natural resistance to toxins very nearly meets its match with Delman Mycota.
Nathan and I could finally be together. But the way to do so means becoming his mother's experiment. But I'd be safe, provided for. I'd get to dance and sing every day with the one I love. Some would kill for such a gentle life.
You could leave.
Leaving for good is no option for me. My heart is Nathan's and his is mine. If I don't give up my freedom, I can help Sethiel find a cure. I'd get to see the world like I always wanted, but I'd be in her service. And I'd be alone.
Up your freedom.
Life offers no guarantee of love either. But I found that, didn't I? I don't see it as giving up my freedom. I see it as a choice of how I get to show my love. But my heart is split. If you were in my place, which would you choose?
Don't have the skill check for that one. That's shit. What would I choose? Yeah, I just chill out. I would chill out.
If my freedom is the price of being with Nathan, then I'll pay it. To be with my love is better than having to wander the world alone. Thank you for keeping me safe, and helping me see the best choice, stranger. Here's your reward.
I'll take that.
You're staying? Truly? Are you sure, Daisha?
I fought this hard just to get to you, Nathan. Of course I'm staying.
Let's see. Yep. We're getting these skill lines too. Let's see, Dark Elves. These up. I'll take that. Oh, inventory's full. What can I get rid of? Just head towards the city and pick up any quests along the way. There's a quest nearby, actually. Let's see. Let's pick it up. Oh, there you are.
Well, that was a waste of time. No one goes to Salem Mora anymore, and now I can see why. Getting badgered by priests and buoyant armigers isn't worth seeing the one impressive relic they keep at the shrine. Is that where you're headed?
What shrine?
The Shrine of St. Voorhees? Patron saint of House Telvanni? It's the only reason why anyone would go to Salem Mora. I stopped by to see the relic of St. Voorhees, but the High Priest wouldn't even let me get close enough to get a good look.
What's so special about this?
I didn't stay long enough to find out. Apparently, it's an honor just to be in its mere presence. Didn't feel like anything special to me. If you're headed that way, maybe you can see what all the fuss is about.
Maybe I
Good luck,
will.
outsider. You're going to need it.
There's a waypoint, so we'll pick the waypoint up and head to the shrine.
This is your last heist, Lock of Rosgard! Mark my words!
The talisman of St. Voorhees will be mine, and I'm all yours, Relasi, if you can catch me.
The Lark of Rosgard is so smug when he's got the high ground. He won't be so smug when he's level with my boot. And his little disappearing act. Let me get my hands on him, and I'll make him disappear. That fetching thief has been a thorn in my side for far too long. He's planning to rob the shrine at Salem Mora of the sacred relic of St. Voorhees. I need extra hands if I'm to stop him. Yours could do. Are you looking for work?
What do you want?
Stand in for me at the shrine and the Khajiit caravan nearby. Ask questions. Search for any clues or suspicious activity and assure the High Priest that I have everything under control. Help me, and I'll make sure you're compensated for your time.
Okay.
High Priest Treelan will be your point of contact at the shrine. He seems insistent the Khajiit are involved in the heist somehow. I have a feeling they're only guilty of poor timing. Meet me back here when you're done.
Here's the thief.
The Lark of Rosgard is a slippery, pompous, no-good brigand. He plots his exploits and picks his marks to sow misery, reap notoriety, and make my life difficult. I know very little about the relic. You might ask about it up at the shrine. The Talisman of St. Voorhees is exactly what you'd expect. It's gaudy and ancient, and the High Priest will no doubt be thrilled to enlighten you on its history. Those details don't help me in stopping the Lark, which is my primary concern. Please, the Lark of Rosgard enlist an accomplice? That fetching glory hound would never. That fetching wasn't in regards to his looks, by the way. His mask prevents me from making any objective assessment. What else did you want to know? Meet me here when you're done.
Fine. Right.
All may bask in the talisman's divine glory. From a respectful distance, please. If you're here to bask in the presence of the talisman of St. Voorhees, I humbly ask that you do so out of arm's reach. If you have any questions about the relic's history, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Shh, not so loud. This is a very delicate situation. We need to ensure that what few pilgrims we have aren't scared off by any of this. Relassi hasn't exactly kept us apprised of her plans. What did she send you to do? Of course she did. That's it. I'm sending a priest to shadow her. After Relassi came through to examine the talisman, I've had to stand watch. I've made sure not to let anyone get too close. Especially not any outsiders. It's been exhausting. An Elder Khajiit came by and showed more genuine curiosity for St. Voris than any Telvanni that visited the shrine in years. I'm not worried about him, Sarah. I've heard the dangerous ones travel in groups, like that caravan nearby. Mind yourself. I'm so glad you asked. This shrine has stood since the dawn of the Second Era in honor of St. Voris the Immolent, patron saint of House Telvanni. I am the High Priest, and I oversee the care of our most valued relic, the Talisman of St. Voris. St. Voris believed that we honor our ancestors through the forceful expression of will over others. The gem within the relic exemplifies this belief. It was claimed in conquest during his march across elsewhere. Not stole, claimed in conquest. The shrine is dedicated to exercising our forceful expression of will. We hope to someday unravel the hidden mystical properties held by the gem that eluded even the great Saint Voris until his death. Testing one's will on the talisman serves as a humbling reminder that forceful expression of one's will is an unending journey. Salen Mora used to be a haven for aspiring Telvanni, pilgrims eager to test their mettle. But alas, those days are gone. Most come to visit the crypts. Few stay to properly observe the majesty of the relic. I cannot understand why. Admittedly, we have had an influx of visitors since this Lark character announced his intentions to steal the talisman. I'd hate to think that spectacle was the only thing calling pilgrims to the shrine anymore. And if the Lark succeeds, there won't be anything here worth visiting for at all. Please, make sure Relassi stops him, will you?
The Khajiit are obviously here to steal it. They're obviously offended.
Excuse me. Please step back from the relic.
Oh, what's this? Let's investigate the camp.
Why are we stopping here, when these dark elves lurk about the edges of our camp?
Oh, Shadea. You worry too much. Surely they mean us no harm.
Old fool.
Oh, this guy's good. Right. Who am I talking to here? You're just gonna let me read your books? Fine.
Luck be with you, Walker. This one is Elier Sodro, Caravan Elder. Our wares and coin are in short supply, but Our camp is open to all who may seek to rest and be at ease. What does your heart seek that we may provide?
Has anybody come through here recently?
No. We Bandari are used to scrutiny, but rarely from such a distance. The Dark Elves in these lands seem colder than most. This is no matter. This one extends his warmest welcomes to you instead.
Do you visit the shrine nearby?
The shrine? Oh, that shrine. It is a place holy to Dark Elves, yes? Of little interest to us, Khajiit. This one is late in his years and does not remember. But he may have accidentally wandered through? Yes, that was probably so.
Suspicious.
Ask Shadea. This one thought it sensible to hire protection while crossing a land rife with slavers, and her sharp eyes miss nothing. And you are welcome to ask around our camp, Walker. Make yourself at home among the Bandari.
What brought you here?
As Bandari, our travels take us wherever the roads may lead us. The roads happen to lead us here, to this Selen Mora. We sought to stay at the grand outpost east of here, but it seems to be in ruins.
How long are you sticking about?
This one has seen many years pass, and wearies more easily of travel. He thinks just this one more night will do well for his aching bones. You are welcome to join us, Walker. We have food and tents to spare for those who share our company.
Tell me more about the Bandari.
Perhaps you have come across our kind in your travels before. No matter. We are traveling merchants, seeking to sell our wares in all corners of the land. This one was born on the road and has traveled with this caravan all of his days. Shadea and her mercenaries are not, though they would be welcome among us if they desired to be. Our clan opens its arms to those who wish to follow the way of the Bandari. Very different from what this one has seen of these Telvanni, yes?
Yes, bye.
What is it you want? Your nose is too close to my face. This one is called Shadea. She and her mercenaries are here only to protect the caravan for coin. This one dislikes this place and will remain no longer than there. This one knows nothing.
What about the shrine?
His family are Bandari. They are used to being treated like criminals. Anything else, nosy walker?
What do you do?
Stand a bit closer and find out. This one is quick with her blade and does not hesitate to stick it in those who ask for it. Pray that won't be you.
You're a mercenary then.
Bother someone else if you're looking for a job, Walker. This one's band has no room to cut in another share. These peddlers can barely afford us as it is.
Right, I'm going to return now. It was her. She's the one. Who wants me to join the Emperors of Tambriel? What the hell? Ooh. Why not?
He's here. The locker's in the crypt. He just slipped past. I just saw him. The Lark of Rosgard. He's in the crypts. Just need a moment to catch my breath.
What happened?
I was setting up protective runes in the crypts when some Swit priest came bumbling in after me and set them off. We were forced to flee when the spirits of the interred attacked us, and then the Lark of Rosgard managed to slither into the crypts.
Would he get attacked?
He's so slippery, there's no guarantee they'll even slow him down. Quickly, please. If you can help deter the spirits, I'm sure we can corner him and stop this once and for all.
Okay, let's do
Quickly, into the crypts.
some
We
combat.
can't let him get away.
all may bask in the talisman's divine glory. From a respectful distance, please.
Hurry! The lock can't be too far ahead.
Right, fair enough. I want to loot stuff though.
The way that priest tripped all of your protective runes, it's almost like they're working against you, Relasi.
No! Get him!
What was that? I'm gonna need to find a place to load my gear. Rawhide bracers. I need to drop some shit again, right? Get rid of some crap. Just eat that. Am I going to use all this ever? I don't know. Let's see how these bracers turn out. Strongest. I like it.
Relasi, who's your friend? Are you ever going to introduce us?
Quit running away, and I'll do more than that.
Right, good shit. I'll only pick up stuff if it's really, really necessary. This can't be. I just want to sell it, or maybe use it. Homespun sash. Right, what I'll do is I'll drop this shit here. My one's better. Get out of my sight. Iron gloves. See, you gotta search everything in this game. You never know what the fucking iron has in it. Let's see these iron gloves. Tingle tonic. Oh shit. Are you absolutely useless? You're just standing there doing shit all. You're armored up and everything. You mean, what? I'll just do it all, sure. Never mind. Okay. I need to get rid of stuff in here.
If only those priests listened to you, Relati. You know, it's not too late to switch sides.
Shut up! I'm not switching sides!
Look at all these urns. There's so much stuff to loot. Oh, fuck it. Where is this guy?
I know that fetcher's here somewhere. Let's see if we can draw him out.
talisman is mine! You know, if you leave that replica where it is, the High Priest would be none the wiser. It could be our little secret.
Nobody saw me. How could the Lark have known? He has the talisman. The real talisman. I made a replica of the original. Switched it out without the High Priest knowing. Then, I hid the real one down here to keep it safe. The High Priest refused my order to take the relic off display. He thinks it's safe as long as he's watching it. But the Lark could steal stripes off a cat. If I couldn't stop his heist, I thought I could at least trick him into taking a replica. That arrogant swit! And if that foolish priest hadn't prematurely set off my runes, I'd have clipped the Lark's wings and had him dead to rights! Tell me this isn't over. Tell me you found something useful. Something at the Khajiit camp, maybe. A story. Great. What reason would this elder have to visit the... Wait. Did you read this? His legend says the relic holds this eye of Bandar. Fetch it all! I need you to get back to the camp quickly, before the High Priest intervenes. Keep an eye on that elder. If he's really involved, he may not know the danger he's put himself in. Believe me, even if only one of the Khajiit is conspiring with the Lark, the High Priest will make sure the entire caravan suffers for it. I'll see to High Priest Treelum. I'll assure him that you're in pursuit of our thief and everything is going as planned. If you don't manage to recover the talisman, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Why is this so important?
Because I'm an armiger. I should delight in such a grand and poetic experience. But no matter how clever or prepared I am, every chapter against the Lark ends with me playing the fool. This refrain only ends when I beat him for good. The replica, you mean? I know what the Lark said, but I actually have principles. A code I try to live by. I can downplay the caravan's involvement, but I'd have to tell the truth about my actions. I've caused enough trouble already. You mean the third-hand account that directly challenges the religious importance of the most sacred relic in the shrine of this peninsula's most influential patron saint? I wasn't planning on it, no.
Why not?
Did you forget who you're talking to? It's not my place to challenge the faith in any of the patron saints of the great houses. And even if it was, do you really think that stubborn high priest would give the story any credibility? I don't.
Right. I'm ever going to need natural water. I don't know if I'll ever do this stuff. I'm going to drop these because I'm not able to use them. Not yet anyway.
Go ahead. I'll meet up with you soon.
No, I need to sell shit. Ooh. Oh, I need more space. Shit. What the hell?
Walker, help. Please. They're still alive in the ruins. Walker, please. Save my family. Shadea kept pushing to leave. Elir Sudro insisted we stay. And then he told her everything. The relic, the thief, secrets we swore to keep. He spoke on the eye's value to the Bandari, but she heard only the promise of coin.
What did she do?
Took them to the ruins. The relic is the price of their lives. Too late for me, Walker. Please, find the Lark. Save the others.
Okay.
Everything went off without a... Wait. Where is everyone? What happened here? Did you do this? I knew Relasi was desperate to get me, but I never thought she'd order something like this. Shadea? Why did he tell her? That old cat is too quick to assume the good in everyone. And perhaps I'm about to make the same mistake, but I'll ask it plainly. Can I count on your help in rescuing my client and his family or not? You think the Bandari are paying me? They could barely afford to pay their mercenaries. The Lark of Rosgard never leaves a job unfinished. Simple as that. Stealing is so inelegant a word for what I do. I prefer to think of it as reacquisition. And the simple answer is that some things are much better earned than bought. Trust, for example. If I give you the talisman, will I have earned yours? When we get to the ruins, I need you to barter with Shadea. Do whatever you can to keep her occupied with the talisman. While you do that, I'll do what I do best. It's a gamble, but I think we can pull it off.
Okay, I have questions.
I have some answers, but let's not go on too long. As much as I'd welcome seeing Relasi, I think it's best if we keep ahead of her for the moment.
Why did you agree to this?
I met Elir Sudro with a bounty on my head. He could have turned me in for the payout. Instead, he welcomed me into the caravan. And that story of his ancestor tricking St. Voris into coveting the Eye of Bandar always stuck with me. The Bandari believe that favors should be passed on, not repaid. The Lark of Rosgard was born from that idea. Still, we both always wanted to reclaim the Eye of Bandar, so we planned it with some trickery of our own. Leave that to the customs of the Bandari. His family wanted to reclaim the Eye just as much as him. Going alone was never an option. Still, the camp was vital to misdirect investigation, just as the Lark of Rosgard serves to misdirect motive.
Do you keep stuff?
Reacquire, not steal. And no, the only things I keep are memories and my notorious name.
What's the story with you and the Dark Elf girl?
She was on duty guarding the library of Vivec when she almost caught me reacquiring a rare first edition on behalf of the original author. She took it very personally, and she's been obsessed with catching me ever since. Oh, sure. Within kissing distance every time we've met. The only reason she hasn't yet is luck. Plain and simple. But you'll never see me admitting that to her. Better to leave her thinking I'm at least one step ahead. She's obsessed with my every movement. But I'm the flirty one. Sure. Oh, I wonder if she'll be jealous when she finds out we've been working together. I keep telling her we should run away together. That's probably what she tells herself to keep from saying yes. I'll meet you at the ruins. Remember to keep Shadea talking as long as possible.
closer or this one will bleed out the other. Where is the thief?
Shadea, please. This one is sure that Walker means no harm. We can talk through this, yes?
You should have kept your nose to yourself, Walker. This does not concern you. What? Where did you... It does not matter. Give it to Shadea, now! With so many hands grasping for it, someone must pay well for it, yes? Shadea is losing patience. Toss it over now. What was that? No! Curse you, thief! No! You will pay for this, Walker. Surrender the talisman or the others die.
Please, Walker. Save this one's family. Give her the talisman if you must.
That's Relasi. Follow my lead and play along.
Stop right there!
You've tricked me out of the talisman, but you'll never catch me alive!
Scoundrel! Thief! Pariah, curse you and hound your steps for all your days!
Well, that was convincing. Where are the others? I came as quickly as I could. As soon as I saw what happened at the camp, I followed the tracks here to the outpost. But Vec, what a terrible thing. If there are any others left alive, we need to save them. I'd have been here sooner, but High Priest Treelam kept badgering me with questions. He hasn't even realized his precious relic was replaced with a fake. When I got there, he'd taken it off the pedestal and was clutching it to his chest. While there are lives at stake, I couldn't give a nix. If you can go after them, I'll escort the Elder here safely out of the caverns. Can I still count on you?
This one is not injured, Walker. Perhaps it is a better fate than he deserves. This one misplaced his trust, and now pays dearly for it. Those who tried to fight back were killed. Please, Walker. None of this was worth the lives of my family.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. How do I get over there?
I'll ensure...
Oh.
True friend to the Bandari.
Here she is. The time to fight.
You will not give the talisman willingly? Face Shadea's blades and suffer. This one has risked too much to forfeit now.
Haha.
This one shall pay your favor forward.
My thanks, Walker.
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried. The others just passed me. They're safe. Now, all that remains is to decide the fate of the Talisman of St. Voorhees. She wouldn't. The only person Relassi wants to suffer for this crime is me. And she still needs to catch me. Besides, if the High Priest knew about her little stunt with the replica talisman, she'd be finished. We've got that we can hold over her. Way ahead of you. While you were saving the hostages, I doubled back and managed to steal Relassi's replica off the High Priest personally. Serves him right for not listening to my favorite armiger in the first place. So I could give it to you. Will you honor the patron saint of House Telvanni by restoring his shrine's most beloved spoil of war? Or will you don the mask of the pariah and deliver them the replica? The choice is now yours.
Ooh. Making me trust in me.
For everyone involved to keep their desired reputations, there is no one else I can trust with this decision. It has to be you. I mean, I know what I'd do, but it's in your hands now.
Explain this choice.
As far as Relassi knows, you only have the original talisman. If you give the original to Elior Sudro and the replica to Relassi, she'll have to pretend it's the real thing, or get herself in a whole world of trouble by admitting how she lost it.
If I give her the original?
Then you'll have honored the tribunal and saved the shrine of St. Voorhees from a fate of worshipping a worthless trinket with no real mystical properties for time immemorial. Or perhaps they'd be doing that either way. Who can say?
You don't feel any sympathy for them?
What they don't know won't hurt them. The Eye of Bandar has been lost for generations, and yet the Bandari kept its legend alive through stories. Is the faith in St. Voorhees so fragile that the loss of one relic would send it crumbling?
What is the significance of it?
That question, my friend, would be best asked of Elior Sudro. Though if you've heard the tale of his little ancestor, you may have some understanding of it already. See you around, stranger. And send my fondest farewells to Relassi, will you?
Okay, what do we do? I'm going to give it to Relassi, the original.
back, just as we planned.
You know, I half wondered if you were going to come back at all. Rather, I thought you would, but I also thought I knew everything there was to know about the Lark of Rosgard. Loath as I am to admit it, I was wrong.
I have both retirement. I have both.
The Lark gave them to me, did he?
Yes.
Why? Everything he's done today has questioned what I thought I knew about him, including putting this choice in your hands. If I do, I'll most certainly be stripped of my title as a buoyant armiger. I'll be severely limited in my capacity to stay on the trail of the Lark of Rosgard, and who else is going to apprehend him, if not me? The High Priest doesn't need to know the full details of our investigation, but I need something to return to him. You have something, don't you?
You're taking both. Oh, shit.
You know, the High Priest... Thank Vivek, I had lost all hope. I'll destroy the replica and learn from this day. The only thing I did right was enlist your help. May we meet again. And the next time I cross the Lark of Rosgard, may it be the last.
I got a new sexy sword.
Salem Mora remains ever the same. And yet everything has changed for me. I thought I knew everything about the Lark of Rosgard, but I didn't. I tried to stop one Christ of faith and ended up with my own.
What will you do now?
I'll send a report to my superiors. I'll remain in Salem Mora for a few days, just to make sure it's safe. And then I'll likely be back on the trail of the Lark of Rosgard.
Right, let's level up.
Armiger Relossi, your efforts in returning this relic to our shrine will be noted.
Let's see, right. Well, equip my sword first before doing anything. Let's have a look at it. Poison damage, nice, I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. Glad I did that quest. Right, so skill trees. Do we have a sword skill tree? Not yet. Skill advisor. Soldier of Apocrypha. This could be morphed. No. Just to know. What else do we have in here? Increase magic and stamina. No. I don't know. Yeah, why not? There's quests everywhere around here. Shit. Fighters Guild? Okay. Where's this thing leading me to? Do you know what? Shops? Fuck it, I'm gonna find a merchant and sell some of this gear.
Does Jester have one S or two?
Right, let's sell this. Perfect. Just a random portal. I'm just going back in here. Pick out a bidder. What's this? Mage Guild?
How can we honor our ancestors if the necropolis is closed?
The abbot ordered the closure for your own good, citizen. Curate Gadain, make sure no one enters.
Prelate? Oh, of course. No one enters the necropolis.
The necropolis is closed? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Outrageous.
Something about this doesn't feel right. Sorry, friend, but the necropolis is closed today. And by order of the abbot, it seems. We've never turned away the families of the dead before, but if the rumors about illness are true, plague isn't something to be treated lightly. When Prelate Forum and his aides arrived, my fellow keepers of the dead were plagued with a strange malady. I was away when the disease struck, and I haven't been allowed back inside since. The prelate said the abbot ordered the closure, but... Prelate Forum arrived from the temple, and suddenly my fellow monks fell ill. We were never notified of a visit, and besides, Forum isn't our usual prelate. Never even heard of him. If you can help, I can make sure you're compensated, I think.
Very well.
Fate must have led you here, friend. Prelate Forum arrived aboard the Stormwing. If you can find out where they boarded the ship, it might tell us something. Talk to the portmaster at the harbor, while I deal with any pilgrims that come by.
Where's Mora?
The Lord of Secrets? I hope not. I mean, I suppose Hermaeus Mora isn't bad as far as Daedric princes go. He's not part of the House of Troubles, after all. But trafficking with any Daedra is dangerous business. Everyone knows that.
Right. And I will take a break for now. I'll probably come back later and continue our adventures. But for now, I'm just going to get food and whatever else. So,